A very warm welcome to all of you joining this session. So, the topic of today is what are the biggest career mistakes which we as a parent should avoid? Yeah. So, let me go straight through into my mind map and share with all of you what are the typical mistakes which often we have found parents repeating. Yeah. So, before we dive into that, let me share a brief background about myself for those who are joining for the first time and hearing to me for the first time. Just a brief introduction about me. So my name is Samrit Saxena and I'm a professional NCDA certified career counselor. I'm also the founder of Teenage Career Forum, a career counseling firm which helps students make an informed career decision. Okay, so we help and work with parents and children together, making them make a informed career decision. I carry an experience of almost 7+ years into the field of career counseling, where I have helped more than 7,500 plus students across India make an informed career decision. Prior to getting into the field of career counseling, I have also worked with corporates for almost 8 years. Corporates like Tata Power, Accenture Strategy. And then I gradually realized that I was stuck into a wrong career. I figured out right ways and tools and mechanisms to choose a right career option for myself. And that is what I'm trying to give back to all my uh, parents who are stuck in that loop. What career option should we choose? So that's a brief background about myself. Now, straight diving into the today's topic, which is what are the career mistakes which we as a parent should avoid when we are making a career decision, right? So let me pull my mind map and do let me know if it's visible to all of you. Just do let me know that if you can see the mind map, just you can give me a yes. Okay. So typically, in today's session, I'm going to cover around 12 things which we should avoid when we are making a career decision for our children. Yeah. Very first thing is comparison with other children. Many a times we have seen that we keep comparing our children with others, right? This is a very big demotivator in the right career selection. What are the problems with this? There are four problems which are associated with this particular thing. First thing is it creates anxiety in the child. It causes so low self-worth and low self-esteem in the child. Even though the child may appear to be confident, but internally they feel that I may not be able to get into this career. So it erodes the confidence and creates lack of confidence. And fourth is it leads to anxiety and anxiousness and leads to wrong career decision making. The child will not put in their best if you're constantly comparing your child with other children. So that's the problem which it creates. What the solution is, we should shift ourselves from comparing our child to customizing with the right career options, which are custom fit for our children. Suppose, for an example, when we go or visit to the doctor, right, we don't say give or prescribe the same medicine which you prescribed to the previous patient, right? We don't do that. Rather, rather the doctor diagnose, ask you a lot of questions, and then prescribes the specific medicine which is required for you. Similarly, the same things happen with the same thing happens with people who are trying to compare. Don't compare your child with others. It's important to customize the right career based on the interest of the child, based on the aptitude of the child, based on the personality of the child, based on the true talent which your child is carrying, right? So that is the first mistake which we need to avoid. So we have to shift our mindset from comparison to customization. What truly suits and aligns with your child? And second is we need to understand that every child has a different journey. Every child is genius. right? So we have to respect that as well. So this is the first thing which we should avoid when we are making a career decision for our child, comparison to other children. Second thing is imposing our own dreams. Many a times we are not able to achieve what we wanted to, and somewhere subconsciously we try to impose those options or those careers towards our child. This is again a big demotivator and we should avoid. What are the problems which gets associated with it? First is lack of ownership. If you are imposing your dream to your child, the child will not take the ownership for preparing for that particular exam or for that particular career. So that's the first problem. Second is because the child is not taking the ownership, it also creates the resistance. If the child is not truly aligned with the career what you are imposing, it will create a resistance and the child will not be able to smoothly land into that career. It will create hiccups, it will create, demotivation. We have seen students leaving the preparation in between, right? So it creates a lot of resistance, and also because it is not aligning with the child, it creates burnout in the child. And many often it happens that people quit their preparations. They uh, after coming to 12th or in the mid of 12th or at the end of the 12th, they just quit that option, right? What is the solution? The solution is we should try to be the guide for our children. We should guide them. We should respect their choices. And we should ask them what type of life do they want? What actually they want? What type of life do they want? What type of work they would like to do? What kind of persona they carry, right? So this is the second thing which we should avoid, imposing our own dreams on our children. So that's the second mistakes which we need to avoid. Third is ignoring the child's natural strengths. Many times we are not able to identify what the child naturally is good at, right? So this creates huge problem. The first thing is this happens because we treat our child like every other child. We are treating the child like every other child. The same syllabus everybody is reading, same coaching institute everyone is going, everybody is having same expectations, right? Everybody is having the same expectations. But we need to understand that every child is genius and every child is unique. So treating every child this in a same way is not going to help us at all. Second is forcing mismatch. It creates frustration. So if whatever we are forcing, which is not mismatching with the child's natural strength, that mismatch will cause frustration. It will lead to low confidence in the child and it will actually create failure in long term. So if we are trying to force something which is not matching with the child's natural strength, it will create frustration, low confidence, and failure in long term. So that's the problem which is associated with ignoring the child's natural strength. Coming to what is the solution then? We need to understand that every child has unique aptitude, unique personality, unique interest, unique temperament, unique emotional quotient, unique learning style, and unique execution style. And we need to take into consideration all these factors when we are making a career decision, right? Because it helps us to understand the child's natural strength. Second is using scientific assessments. Scientific assessments like going for a psychometric assessment test. Psychometrics can help you to understand the child in a better way, right? So that's the second thing which we can do. Third is deeply observing the child at a deeper level. What is naturally coming to the child? What feedback your child is constantly receiving? You'll find feedbacks like some children are naturally good at maybe leadership skills. The leadership qualities are great. Okay, for some children, the feedback could be, hey, you draw very well. You're great at drawing, right? So multiple feedbacks which people keep on giving, you should be observant that what kind of constant feedback the child is receiving, and accordingly try to find where the natural talent or the strength of the child is lying, right? So that's the solution which we need to look at. So the third mistake is ignoring child's natural strength and identifying the natural strength of the child. Coming to the fourth point, over focus on marks over skills. Focusing on marks takes the priority over the skills, but that's not going to help in today's time. Gone are those days where people used to score good marks, people used to uh, get into a profession or get a degree, and they used to earn 30 years out of it. That's not going to help in today's world, right? We need to understand that the world is changing at a very rapid rate, and skills will become major priority for the recruiters than just the marks. Okay, and we have started seeing that trend happening, right? So that's the fourth mistake. What is the problem with this? First thing is, we need to understand that good marks is not equal to career success. Scoring good marks in school is not the only parameter for the career success. We have seen people who were C grade students in the school time, but they are millionaires and billionaires now. If you do a research on millionaires and billionaires, not almost 70-80% of the billionaires does not fall into a category where uh, they were very good students, right? So good marks is not equal to career success. That is what we need to understand. And second thing, we need to focus on the real world focuses on the communication skill, the problem solving ability, the critical thinking ability of the child, and the execution skills. Okay. These are the true skills which the child should build rather than just focusing on the marks. And it starts from the early age. As a parent, we should consider all these factors. Are we inculcating these factors in the child or not? The solution to these problems are, first, balance academics with skills, projects, and real exposure. Give them real exposure to the world. Ask them to work on real-time projects. You can use websites like Kaggle.com, which is a Google website where you can, if the child wants to get into the field of coding and all, you can find real-time projects over there, right? Look for the skills which are required in today's time. Skills which are more towards generative AI could be helpful. Skills like learning about advanced Excel, skills like analyzing the data analysis skills, right? So multiple skills are there which you should focus on. So balance the academics with skills, projects, and real life exposure. So that's the first thing. Second is, ask what my child can do, not just how much marks they score. Most of the time, as a parent, we keep on asking, "Kaisa score kar rahe ho marks? Why are you not scoring the marks?" It's okay, whatever the marks the child is scoring. Ask questions beyond that. What my child carries, what natural strengths my child carries, what are the abilities the child carrying, and what my child can do. That is the right question to ask rather than just focusing on the marks which the child is getting, right? And the third thing is, engage your child in the home chores. Research says that children who are very much engaged in their home daily to day activity, they are better problem solvers, they are good with their communication and negotiation, and they have critical thinking ability. So this is a research based proven thing, with comparison to students who are completely focused on studying things. So study should be balanced with including your child in multiple home chores. That will help the child to build the real life skills, right? So that's the fourth mistake, over focus on marks over skills. That should be avoided, right? So that's the fourth thing which we as a parent should avoid. Now coming to the fifth thing, forcing traditional career options. The typical career options which we know, we try to many times force that on our children. The problem with this is, first, It is mostly a fear-based decision making. हम डर से ऐसा करते हैं. We feel कि ये जो traditional path है ये secure है, but ऐसा नहीं है. The speed at which the things are changing, right? The old traditional way of choosing career and old traditional careers are not going to help you. Problem with it is, if we are opting for traditional careers, there are limited seats. If we see, let's take an example of medical sciences in today's time. People who are appearing for NEET exam, 24 lakh people are appearing for it. 1.2 lakh seats are there. So for every 20 student, there is one seat, right? 5% seats are here. So 95, the rejection rate is around 95%. Right. So we need to understand that just forcing on traditional careers is not going to help. We see so many people just preparing for those traditional careers, but how many actually making into it? Rather put that time and energy into a career which is more aligning, which is more new with the trend, which requires the dynamic thinking, right? Third is it leads to high competition, and it's a game of rejection, which we need to understand. Forcing traditional career is a game of rejection. It's not the game of selection, right? What is the solution to this? What we should do rather? First thing is expose your child to at least 30 to 40 career options. In today's time, you have social media, you have chat GPT. All these can help you to explore multiple career options sitting at the comfort of your home. At least a child should explore 30-40 careers कि उस career में होता क्या है, उसमें हमें पढ़ना क्या होगा, what we need to study in that career, what type of jobs I will be getting into that career, right? So what type of syllabus is there, what type of jobs I can get, okay, what will be my role in that particular career, right? What could be the earning capacity in that career, right? How much time will it take to reach to that particular career? All these needs to be done before making and deciding a career option, right? So exposure is lacking in today's time in spite of so much availability of technology and everything. So let the child explore. Second thing is identify the unique careers which are in alignment with the latest trends, okay? Learn about the new age career options which are coming up. Fourth is take professional guidance. If you're not able to figure out things, take professional guidance. Fifth is today's success will depend on skills, passion, consistency, and what the market demands, not on marks and degree only. Not on marks and degree only. That is what we need to understand. Today's success will depend on your skill, passion, consistency in learning that thing and what actually the market is demanding. Also, take calculated risks. It's important that we allow the child to take that risk. Because if you strongly stay with the traditional careers, it's a game of rejection. It's a game of rejection. If the child is not performing extraordinarily well, there are 95% chance that you will not be able to get into a good college, right? So it's time to take those calculated risks. In our time, we don't used to take that risk. And if we are trying to impose same thought process, that is not going to help. And seventh is have a backup plan. It's important. Why don't we take risks? Because we feel we will fail. It's okay if you fail, have a backup plan. अगर ये नहीं हुआ तो बाकी और क्या ऑप्शंस हमारे पास हैं, बच्चे के पास हैं, ये हमें समझना बहुत जरूरी है, राइट? सो एज अ पेरेंट वी हैव टू consider all these things, right? Now, so that's the fifth mistake which we as a parent should avoid, right? Coming to the sixth thing which we should avoid: late career planning. What are the problems with late career planning? The problem is, first, we don't give the child good amount of time to explore different career options. It leads to panic decision making. अभी career choose करना है, stream choose करना है, they come to us and they ask us, sir बता दीजिए 2 sessions में बता दो कैसे career choose करना है. बट उस केस में एक्सप्लोरेशन तो बच्चे ने किया ही नहीं, बच्चे को पता ही नहीं है कि कौन कौन से करियर ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल है, राइट? सो that's there. Also, because of late career planning, a lot of career options get removed from the plate. So automatically जब हम late career plan करते हैं तो limited options we are left with limited options, right? So that's the third problem. Fourth is it leads to wrong career selection. बिकॉज ऑफ पैनिक डिसीजन मेकिंग कर रहे हो, ऑप्शंस आपके हाथ में ज्यादा नहीं है, तो फिर आपके पास जो बचा है आप उससे ही डिसाइड करते हो, विच इज नॉट नेसेसरीली अलाइनिंग विद द चाइल्ड. एंड इट ऑल्सो लीड्स टू वेस्ट ऑफ अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम एंड मनी. We see parents coming in after class 12th, mid of class 12th, right? When already they have spent 1 lakh, 1.2 lakhs, 2.5 lakhs in preparation for engineering. इंजीनियरिंग की प्रिपरेशन बच्चा कर रहा है, 12th के मिड में आके रियलाइज हो रहा है पेरेंट्स को कि बच्चा पढ़ना ही नहीं चाह रहा है, ना तो ये टेस्ट में स्कोर कर रहा है, neither the child is paying attention, the child is feeling frustrated and the child wants to quit. So already बच्चे का भी टाइम वहां पे वेस्ट हुआ, a lot of time has gone. Also parents hard earned money is wasted, right? But so these are the problems with late career planning. What the solution is, if you look at the solution is the right time to start exploring about careers is class 8th onwards. Class 8th onwards, the child should start exploring, and we as a parent should build that clarity by class 10th. Class 10th तक वो clarity आ जानी चाहिए कि what type of stream, what type of which career, which course, which exams and which colleges the child is going to get into. कौन सा स्ट्रीम लेना है, कौन से करियर ऑप्शंस को हमने मैप किया है, कौन सा कोर्सेज आफ्टर 12th उसे पढ़ना चाहिए, कौन कौन से एग्जाम्स के लिए प्रिपेयर करना होगा और कौन कौन से कॉलेजेस को हमें टारगेट करना है, राइट? सो दिस क्लैरिटी शुड कम बाय क्लास 10th. बट अगेन मेनी ऑफ यू वुड आस्क कि presently we have already crossed that age, we are in class 12th or we are in graduation first year, what to do? If you are in class 12th and you still carry that unclarity, you are carrying that unclarity, just consult a right person, take that help, a right career guidance, still that will help. I took the career guidance at the age of 28. When I was frustrated into a career, I was working with corporates, I was not aligning with what I was doing, and then I took that, and then I shifted my career into something which truly aligns with my aptitude, personality, interest, my nature, my working style, my execution style, all these things, right? But not many people have that capability and courage to make a switch at the age of 28, 20, right? So that's why now we are helping you as a student to make that career decision, informed career decision, where you decide on these factors at the right age for the child. So that's the another thing which we as a parent should avoid. Then coming to no structured career guidance. The problem with this is random advice. We are taking random advice from relatives, teachers, and neighbors. That is what we feel, that getting the random advice will help us. And also too many options leads to more confusion. The more the option leads to more confusion. We should know how to funnel it down to the top 3 options, right? So that's the problem with no structured career guidance. What's the solution? The solution is remove randomness and follow a system, a proven system, a scientific approach where you can understand the child's strength, you can understand what the new age careers are, categorize the suitable options which are aligning with your child, and find the best fit, which career is best fitted for your child, and create a proper roadmap. That what is this? This is the step 1, this is the step 2, this is the step 3, which I need to do when we are making a career decision for our child. So that's the seventh problem which we should avoid. No structured career guidance. Coming to the eighth point, eighth mistake, lack of real world exposure. Real world exposure. When we say real world exposure, the problem is unawareness. Unawareness about what will be the daily task in that particular career. Actually, if we are selecting a career, हमें daily basis पे उसमें करना क्या होगा, ये हम नहीं समझते हैं. क्या हमें, do we need to sit in front of a laptop and do coding, or we have to talk to a lot of people on a daily basis, right? So it's very important for us to understand what the daily task will be in that particular career. What are the skills and competency which are required? That is important. Also, we also need to understand what are the challenges of that particular career. For an example, suppose to us, many parents come, or many students, they want to become a pilot, but they don't know what are the challenges once you have become a pilot. What are the daily challenges which you have to navigate through, like erratic time. आपको रात के 3 बजे की फ्लाइट फ्लाई करनी पड़ेगी, क्या आप वो लॉन्ग टर्म तक कर पाओगे? Your sleep schedule will be very messy, right? So it's very important to analyze what challenges that particular career possesses. Will you be able to align with that challenge or not, right? Solution is, what is the solution? How can the child get the real world exposure? By taking internships, by job shadowing. Visit, if suppose your child wants to become a lawyer, let the child work with a lawyer for maybe a week's time. Let the child go and sit with a lawyers in the lawyer's office and observe what is actually happening. If the child wants to become a chartered accountant, connect your child with somebody who is already into the field of chartered accountancy, and they are doing it day in, day out, right? So job shadowing helps them to bring the clarity. And the third is having conversation with the professionals. If you want to become a lawyer, talk to a lawyer. If you want to become a chartered accountant, talk to a chartered accountant. Discuss with them, right? That will help the child to get the real time clarity, right? So that's the eighth mistake which we should avoid, that we are not exposing our child to the real world. We just, children come to us and they say they want to become this, but they don't have the idea what they actually do on a daily basis. So remove that ignorance and let them expose. Coming to the ninth point, ninth mistake to avoid, not understanding the future career trend. How the future of the careers will look like. Many a times we don't understand that. The problem with this is we make fearful decisions. We go with the herd mentality. जहां सब लोग जा रहे हैं वहां हम जाएंगे. Everyone is rushing towards AI and computer science. Let me also rush my child towards AI and computer science. Will that be helpful for the child? May not be, because if the child is not aligned with computer science and you're just going with the trend, the child will become a mediocre AI professional. But if the same child is put into a career which is truly aligning with the child can excel in that career. So because we don't understand the future career trend ourselves, we follow the herd mentality, we make fearful decisions, and because of which we miss a lot of good opportunities which is created. Maybe your child will do really good in bioinformatics, but you are forcing your child to become a doctor. Yeah. So that's the good opportunity which you are missing out. Then what is the solution to this? The solution is stay updated. Consult an expert if required, right? So that's the solution. Next, coming to another major problem which we often see, which parents should avoid, is instant earning after graduation. Graduation के बाद instant job लगनी चाहिए और बहुत पैसा कमाना चाहिए बच्चे को. This is again the wrong way. Problem with this is when we start focusing on the focus becomes earning, not the learning. The child don't focus on learning and actually building some valuable skill rather than they focus on earning. Short term mentality वहां पे क्विक इन हो जाती है कि कैसे मैं थोड़ा सा ये करके पैसा कमा लूं, वो करके पैसा कमा लूं, right? So in such cases, packages becomes the attraction point. We see, right? This child in IIT got this much package. My child should also get that, right? But how many of them are actually getting it? It actually creates frustration, and many times children jump into a career option or take those jobs which are not aligning with their aptitude, personality, and interest. And after working 6 months, they leave it and they become frustrated. And then they go for कि चलो अब MBA कर लेते हैं, मास्टर्स कर लेते हैं. They try to escape by doing a master's, right? So focus should not be earning in the early stages of career, specifically from 20 to 30. ये जो age होता है, that is the learning age. There even package कम भी मिल रहा है. If the package is कम, but if the learning will be higher, take those options, right? So that's first problem. Second is because of instant earning mentality, people settle in average jobs. कि पैसा तो मिल रहा है ना, चलता है, और फिर वो ग्रो नहीं कर पाते वहां पे. They don't focus on skill improvement, and as learning stops, growth stops, and they just start becoming frustrated in that particular career क्योंकि learning stop हो गई है, and they become mediocre in that career and they just pass on their days. Research says that 85% of the people, 85% people in corporate world comes into this category where they are frustrated, where they are unhappy, disengaged in their jobs. They are doing their jobs because they have bills to pay, right? So it's important that we take care of these factors. What is the solution? Focus on learning opportunities. Build a strong foundation of skills rather than just focusing on कितना पैसा कहाँ पे earn करेंगे. This is specifically 20 to 30 years के age में जब बच्चा रहता है, तो give the child to learn more than to, that should be the main agenda. Learning should be the main agenda. So this is the 10th mistake which we covered. Instant earning after graduation. This is something which we should avoid. 11th is blindly following the child's interest. बच्चा जो बोल रहा है, many times when I ask parents, how will you make a career decision for your child? They say, I will go ahead with the child's interest. But going ahead with only with the child's interest will lead to disaster. Just going with the child's interest will lead you disaster, because the problem is interest is a fluctuating parameter. Interest won't be stable. We did a survey, our team did a survey on a WhatsApp group, and we found that most of the parents say that their child interest is fluctuating. बच्चे का जो interest है वो fluctuate कर रहा है, right? So that is what they say, most of the people. So we, as a parent, we should understand this is very natural. In teenage, बच्चे का interest तो fluctuate करेगा ही करेगा. अगर आप बच्चे के interest के basis पे career decision making कर रहे हो, तो ये हमारा fault है, क्योंकि आपने उसके interest के basis पे career तो choose कर लिया. 6 महीने बाद, 1.5 साल बाद वही बच्चा बोलेगा कि अब मेरे को दूसरे career में जाना है, दूसरी चीज के लिए prepare करना है, right? So interest, only going with the interest can be disastrous. Second is it will keep changing, and usually interests are influenced by others. Interest बच्चे का खुद आइडेंटिफाई करना जरूरी है, rather than बच्चे मोस्टली बोरो करते हैं इंटरेस्ट. कहां से? From neighbors, from peers, from social media, from parents, right? So just blindly following child's interest is not going to help you as a parent, right? So the solution is we also need to consider the personality of the child, the aptitude of the child. Then comes the role of the interest, right? So all these 3 parameters have to be taken into consideration together as a holistic viewpoint before we select a career. So don't go just with the interest of the child, right? So this is the 11th mistake which we many times repeat as a parent. And 12th is following the old way of career guidance, which we have gone through. The problem with this is we choose, we help our child choose the career with our own biasness. हमारे अंदर जो biasness है और हमारे अंदर जो preconceived notions है, we guide the child on that basis, right? So that's not correct. We guide as we were guided, but that is not going to help, because in our times, what used to happen, we used to do one degree and we used to earn out of that degree for maybe next 20-30 years. That's not the case in today's time. In today's time, if the child is not upgrading themselves every 3 to 5 years, the child will become irrelevant from the market and the market will remove the child. So the way we chose our careers, don't guide your child in the same way. So what is the solution? The solution is be open to accept the new way of career selection. Right? Be open to accept that there is a new way and a scientific way to choose the right career for our children. And second is take help from experts. We were guided, कैसे हम कैसे पहले career select करते थे? We used to select careers based on marks. कि जिनको अच्छे marks आ गए, good marks, they should go for science. अच्छे marks नहीं आए, commerce ले लो. That's not going to help. In today's time, बच्चे का जो knack है वो humanities की तरफ होगा और वो humanities based option में ज्यादा अच्छा कर पाएगा. But आप उसको force कर रहे हो science की तरफ जाने के लिए. That's not correct. That's the wrong way. Okay, so be open to accept the new way of career selection, and you can take the expert help, right? So these are the 12 prominent mistakes which I see as a career counselor, right, parents making most of the time. Just to revise it once again quickly, the first mistake is comparison with other children. Second is imposing our own dreams. Third is ignoring the child's natural strength. Fourth is over focus on marks over skills. Fifth is forcing the traditional careers on our children. Sixth is late career planning. Seventh is no structured career guidance, lacking the real world exposure. Ninth is not understanding the future career trends. 10th is focusing on instant earning after graduation. 11th is blindly following the child's interest. And 12th is following the old way of career guidance. The way we were guided, we try to guide our children in the same manner, right? So these are the 12 things which we as a parent should avoid when we are making a career selection for our child, right? So almost 42 minutes in the session. We will open this for a question and answer round. आपके कुछ specific questions हैं, so we can take. What you can do is you can raise your hand and or you can unmute yourself and ask the question if you have any specific questions with respect to today's session. That was the part 1. What mistakes parents typically make. Or you can type that in the chat box as well. So in case if so when we are considering a career selection, we need to understand the aptitude of the child. What type of aptitude the child? Aptitude means natural ability of the child. Okay. Second is the personality of the child. Personality means how does the child think, feel, and behave. And third is interest. Interest means natural selection. If three options are there, what the child will naturally select, right? Apart from it, there are other factors also that needs to be considered, like subject interests, okay, feedbacks which the child is receiving constantly, okay, what kind of feedback the child receives, okay. Third is, then comes whatever the career option the child is going ahead with, has the child gone through the syllabus of that career, okay, क्या बच्चे ने उस सिलेबस को देखा है कि क्या एक्चुअली पढ़ना होगा, राइट. Then job profile which is associated with that career. How will his daily task in that particular career, right? So there are multiple parameters which we need to do when we are making a career decision. The main thing is research. Research about all these things has to come, right? And I think yes, tomorrow's session will be covering this on a deeper level. So tomorrow's session topic is how to scientifically understand your child's talent and interest. So there I will be deep diving into understanding each of these parameters. So tomorrow's session is there, 21st March, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. How to scientifically understand your child's interest, aptitude, personality, and what are the parameters which we as a parent should consider if you're not able to figure out कि बच्चे को के लिए क्या correct है. I hope that answers your query, Ashwin. Where can we get one-on-one with you for correct? Yes. So in which class the child is, Ashwin? Your child is studying right now? From 10th moving to 11th. Perfect. When you are planning for a one-on-one counseling session? Anytime this month. Perfect. So what we will do is, if you can share your number over here in a private mode to me, I will ask my team to just get connected with you, and my team can guide you with the process. Even after this call, my team can connect with you if you can share your number, right? Personally. Okay. So got your number. So my team will be connecting around after this call. Okay. They will connect with you. They will guide you with how to proceed ahead with one-on-one counseling session with me. Okay. Thank you, Ashwin. I hope most welcome. And you are from which city, Ashwin? You are joining from which city? Lucknow. You're from Lucknow. Perfect. Okay. Great. Next question is by Rimesh. So Rimesh Prajapati says, I want to pursue NDA. What should I do after 10th? Okay. So again, Rimesh, for NDA, whether you want to get into the technical side of NDA, because NDA also has technical entry scheme. Okay. So whether you want to go for that aspect or you want to get into more towards defense side of the things. Please answer that. Defense side of things. So what you can do is you can prepare, you can select your stream. Again, in tomorrow's session, we'll look at how to select the stream. And then you can prepare for NDA entrance examination. You can prepare for NDA entrance examination. So NDA entrance examination कैसा होता है? First, you will have to prepare for their written test. ठीक है? Once the written test is completed and you have qualified for that, then you will go for an SSB. SSB में क्या होता है कि आपका फिजिकल टेस्ट होगा, है ना? फिजिकल, इमोशनल, साइकोमेट्रिक, मल्टीपल टाइप के टेस्ट करते हैं वहां पे. Then once you have crossed that, then there will be a medical test. After you have crossed all these three, first is the written test, then going for a SSB, which will include psychometrics, which will include you writing essays, which will include your physical fitness, which will also include your medical test. Once you are qualified, then you land up into an NDA, right? So that is how it works. You can prepare for your NDA in 11th and 12th. You can take some coaching just not just for the written test, because written test तो काफी लोग निकालते हैं. Most number of rejections वहां पे होते हैं जहां पे वो फिजिकल आपका टेस्ट करते हैं. फिजिकल, इमोशनल और मेंटल टेस्ट जब होता है ना, वहां पे मैक्सिमम रिजेक्शंस होते हैं. तो हमें 11-12 में पैरेलली उसके लिए भी अपने आपको प्रिपेयर करना बहुत जरूरी है. ठीक है, आई होप दैट आंसर्स योर क्वेरी. Right, and in tomorrow's session we'll deep dive into what is the right way of what are the things which we need to understand when we are. So Ashwin says, sir, one more question. My child wants to get into cybersecurity and AI. He isn't able to decide in between two, as AI is a new option and cybersecurity has been here for years. How can he choose? So see, Ashwin, AI, you can't look AI as a separate entity. AI is included in all the careers in today's time. AI को separate entity की तरह मत handle कीजिए. AI will also be used in cybersecurity. AI will also be used in data analysis. AI will also be used in coding. AI will also be used in electrical engineering, right? So these are not, don't treat AI as a separate entity. Treat AI AI as in data science. Okay, so see, data science and cybersecurity, these are two different things. Cybersecurity more focuses on, preventing from cyber attacks, but data science more involves, cyber security का एक aspect हो सकता है जहां पे आप you are learning about the tools, okay, you are learning about coding, but when you say data science is more inclined towards mathematics, statistics, research, right? So these are two different options. When you go for a psychometric assessment tests, this clarity comes, right, कि which is better. And definitely अगर कोडिंग वाला एस्पेक्ट बच्चे के अंदर ज्यादा है, बच्चे के अंदर वो नैक है फॉर साइबर सिक्योरिटी, तो उधर जा सकते हैं. ठीक है, क्योंकि अगेन यू विल हैव टू डू अ लॉट ऑफ सर्टिफिकेशंस over there in cyber security, right? So that's how you can look at it. Data science के लिए, if I have to say, the child should be really good in mathematics, statistics. The child should have a passion for research. That makes the core of data science. Yeah. Cyber security is more towards technical and using the tools and coding and having the knowledge how to use tools to prevent the attacks and all, right? वो application oriented ज्यादा हो जाता है, data science research oriented और deep dive oriented ज्यादा हो जाता है, right? Data science requires a personality where the child can sit and do research for a longer period of time, right? I hope that helps. You got the answer, right? Perfect. So do you want my team to connect you? Just give me a yes, so that they can guide you how you can go for one-on-one counseling session. Perfect. So my team will connect and they will uh, share with you what the process is. Okay. Is it okay if they can connect you after the call? After this call, like around 9? Or how is it? Maybe tomorrow 11 a.m. Sir, if we possible, can we do offline? So offline we don't offer. So after COVID, we have shifted the entire model online. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why we are able to cater across India. We have clients from Mumbai, we have clients from Delhi, Bangalore, Lucknow, Noida, everywhere, right? Perfect. So my team will either connect you today, or maybe they will connect you, because already one of my team members have left. So they will connect back tomorrow morning at 11. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Fine. So it's already the time now. Let's stop it over here. Tomorrow the session will be on how to understand your child scientifically. Okay. So that will be the topic tomorrow. Don't miss that. 8 to 9 p.m. Scientifically understand your child. A lot of things you will learn, a lot of new things to learn. Okay. Wish you all the best. Good night. Take care.